Oh, was that another call? You just
Oh,
get
there
another
you
call?
go. That was another lead. That's
Yeah,
three
three
leads
leads in
in
the
the space of
interview.
this 10-minute conversation.
You're charging more, you're getting more jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy, isn't it? Charge
Yeah.
more and you get more. It's at least between 5 and 6 grand a week.
Yeah. Wow. So you're on 20 grand a month. It's a pretty good return on investment, yeah.
Don't put your prices up though, Sean.
Do you recommend this service?
Oh, your service, yeah. But I don't want to recommend it because I want you all to myself.
Hey guys, we're here with Mark from My Handyman Townsville. Mark and I have been working together for, I reckon, about 6 months. I can't remember when we actually started, but quite a while now. Do you want to just tell us a little bit about what you guys do?
I've got a handyman business, so I do pretty much all sort of home repairs, fencing, anything to do with wood.
Yeah, awesome. To start off with, when I first approached you, how did you kind of feel about the whole thing?
Always skeptical because you never know what you're going to get for your money. But I must admit, I don't even really notice that whatever you bill me going out of my account every single week because there's far more coming in than there is going out. So just to give you an example of that, last week there was 38 new inquiries, and I've had another digital marketer trying to sell me their services, and they're wanting a 10% commission on the whatever I charge. So if you look at an average fence, probably 3 or 4 grand, they're wanting $300-400 for that lead.
That's just one job, right? You're saying like 300 for one job.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with what you've done for me over the last 6-8 months. Definitely an asset to my business.
I appreciate that.
And it's no trouble at all for you to change anything or divert stuff. It's either an email or a phone call and whatnot. Your customer service is pretty good as well whenever we need to change anything.
That's actually what I wanted to get into, because obviously anyone can say anything, right? Like, we're just providing the opportunity. The reason why I wanted to work with you was because from the way you were talking, it wasn't like you just wanted to get 2 weeks booked out. From the beginning, I could tell you wanted to make something big. Do you want to talk through how you guys have transformed over the past 6 months?
When I first started off, I was doing work for real estate agents. So I was changing fly screens and changing door handles and doing lots of fiddly stuff and running all over Townsville to do it. So, profitability and that wasn't great. But since you've come on board, I've been able to expand. It's not just myself anymore. I've got a couple of other guys that work for me. And
You
I'm
got
looking to
3 other
expand
guys, don't you?
Yeah, I've got 2 other guys and I've got another third one coming on board later this week as well. I eventually want to have a team of guys, maybe 4 teams of 2 or something like that. A main man and an offsider, and just keep growing. And your facilities are going to help me do that because I'm getting more leads and inquiries than I can actually handle.
Talking about team, it's not just your workers, yeah. You've also got a receptionist, full-time receptionist, like picking up the calls. A real
proper business rather than a one-man band, yeah, definitely. I mean, it really is down to you, Sean, because when we first started, we remember getting between sort of 5 and 10 leads a week. That's tripled and almost quadrupled in the last 8 months.
Yeah.
So whatever you're doing in the background for people to find that inquiry, to make that inquiry or make that phone number or whatever, it's obviously working. So I am very glad that, we got into partnership together.
Likewise, thank you very much. You'd be surprised because I was being serious when I was saying, how some people, they don't want to grow. And so like a lot of people.
Another one of your leads came there, Sean.
Sorry?
So that was another one of your leads came through there. That's 2 since you started.
Two in this call.
Yeah.
You weren't the first person that I approached, and a lot of people, they seem excited at the beginning, but once they see the volume, that they're just like, oh, I don't know whether I need this, or they don't want to pick up the phone and things like that. And I know, like, at some point it is going to be hard because you're just working all the time, but the fact that you're able to find a way to manage that and still address these leads is it's not an easy thing, and I think that's also part of the majority of the success as well. If you don't mind, are we able to talk about like numbers,
Sure.
revenue and stuff? So over the past month, do you have a rough estimate in how much you guys actually book in as a result of the leads that are coming from our side?
It's at least between 5 and 6 grand a week.
Yeah, wow. So you're on 20 grand a month, 20 to 30, somewhere between.
Yeah,
it's a pretty good return on investment. Yeah.
Don't put your prices up though, Sean.
And then what's your take home? Is it you taking home half?
I just gave myself a set amount each week. Just whatever I live on.
Whatever you need.
What I want to try and do is any profits I'm trying to put back into the business at the minute to buy equipment, stuff that I don't have, potentially take on new people, stuff like that. So, I'm not taking every single penny out of the business for myself.
You said you eventually want to get to that spot where you're just kind of doing the quoting. How far do you feel like that is from where you are right now?
I don't see it that far in the future. It's within a year. The issue to get to that point is getting good staff, good, reliable staff that you don't have to babysit, that you can trust on the job, that they're going to do a good quality job. You're not going to have to go back and fix it 5 times after they've left and all that kind of stuff. That's the kind of staff that I'm looking for, but finding them is very difficult. That's really a limiting factor for me to expand, is finding that staff.
Yeah, that makes sense. Last question then. Do you recommend this service?
Oh, your service, yeah, but I don't want to recommend it because I want you up to myself.
I mean, nah, don't worry. I mean, in terms of our thing, we're
any
only...
other work for any other handyman. No, no chance.
All right, well, I appreciate that.
Considering I'm now, I've got enough work on my books booked in until July.
Wait, to July. So 2 months.
People are waiting a month for me to go and quote a job, and they're waiting 2 to 3 months of me actually starting the job. That's how busy I am, and they're still lining up.
That's awesome.
Because they can't find anybody else. That's the problem here in Townsville. Everybody is rushed off their feet.
I think the fact is you're actually showing up as well. A lot of people, they'll say, hey, we'll come out, and then they overestimate their time. They're like, oh, I can do this, this, and this, and then they get tired, and then they don't want to go, right? Have you been able to increase your hourly rate, or is it more like you're just doing more volume? Because I know you're scaling out your teams. Both. You're charging more, you're getting more jobs.
Yeah. Crazy, isn't it? Charge more and you get more. What I'm starting to get now is I'm getting more sort of project type jobs rather than very small stuff. I don't really get much change a fly screen or change a door handle anymore. I tend to get people who want something a bit more major done, like take out an old box air conditioner, for example, and patch up the hole and make it all like it was never there, which is good. It means you're on that site for 2 or 3 days to do that, rather than 5 or 6 jobs around Townsville when you spend 5 hours in the car running around Townsville. The job only takes half an hour, you know?
Yeah.
So a lot of those ones have kind of disappeared. I don't know why it disappeared. It may be because what we're advertising on your website's not what originally started out to be. But a lot of that small stuff I'm not getting anymore, which is fine.
I think a lot of people want things today. And so like with small tasks, they're not willing to wait 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, probably. So they're going to get somebody else.
Yeah. We don't really get to chat because every time I talk to you, you just sound exhausted. But it looks like things are just moving really well, and just happy to see the transformation. Oh, was that another call? You just get another call.
Well, that was an hour lead. That's
3 leads in the
interview. This 10-minute conversation.
Awesome. I'll let you get back to the leads then. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, Sean. Speak to you soon.
Take it easy. Thanks, mate.
All right. Take care.